Since Padme's not here, I have to discipline you. Never defy me. This never happened.
Pretend it's Clovis.
I am your father. No. Yeah, pretend it's Clovis. No.
That's right.
So, hello everyone and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Mom here. Hi.
Kimmy here.
We're going to be watching episode 6 of season 6. This one's called The Rise of Clovis.
666.
Oh boy.
Oh God, I know it sounds like a demonic number. We just need another 6. So we were saying last time that this title does not sound good. The Rise of Clovis. Like anytime you hear the rise of, the rise of Skywalker are very different. I automatically think something bad.
Yeah.
You got that right. Now we're starting
too.
to think that it's all a plan
Sure
for
is.
Palpatine. Mm-hmm. And Clovis has ill intention all along.
Because Palpatine did say to Padme, you should trust him, right?
That's right.
Say that,
And he's playing both fields like we
you.
knew.
Mm-hmm.
So it really sucks. Like, I am naive and I try to have an open mind and be like, okay, well, Clovis, he does really care for Padme, which I do believe he really does. Mm-hmm. But I think he is still corrupt and he's probably...
He likes money more.
Yeah, I was kind of more on his side last time. I'm like, well, maybe he means well, but Palpatine's all for him. So I'm kind of like, maybe not. He might be in all this anyways. And
Right. And Anakin's with him. So if he gets wind of this, he's going to be a goner.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting to see, too, because Clovis doesn't know that they are married. Like, no one really knows that at all. Only a small few. So... that would make sense that he would get defensive because they had a thing. They are old flames. They had history, and he's like, "Who the heck is this guy? Like this stranger?"
Oh, he's just a pilot,
right?
I know exactly because he doesn't know. So
yeah.
I don't blame him for getting defensive about it. But I wonder if he's going to catch on and be like, "Oh, okay, there's more here than
you like
I realize."
Letting on, yeah.
Yeah. Then he tells Palpatine. Then he's like, which he probably knows at this point, anyways. But
yeah.
Anywho, guys, shall we get into it?
Yes, that's what's going to happen.
I know. I see Obi-Wan. I love him. He's always my favorite. Yeah. Him and Ahsoka. I have like tears.
Yeah,
I'll make a tear here because I really love her.
Our friend Ahsoka.
That's right.
I was actually saying that I was worried that Ahsoka was done in this series. She left and that's it. And I'm like, oh crap! Like that would really be horrible. Like
it would be terrible. I would be happy. I'm sure all of us would be happy just to know that she is fine. And we know because we watched Mandalorian, but
that's right.
And I want to see like her interaction. Sadly, I know it's going to be a bad thing, but when she finds out about Anakin turning into Darth Vader, like how does that happen? Or maybe she doesn't all this time because she left, and then he turns, and then she's still gone somewhere else and doesn't come back or find out till some other time, which I don't know. But anywho, guys, you ready?
Ready.
All right, 606. Yep, that's what's going to happen.
Chelsea is the path
to chaos.
Sure is.
Okay.
Here she is reunited with Rush Clovis.
Easter Island people.
Close friend, Anakin Skywalker is sent to rescue the senator and escort the information back to Coruscant.
Sir, we have confirmed that Rush Clovis was on the Jedi ship.
Then there's nothing we can do.
But they have the files.
The only way they could find our secret accounts is if one of us told them.
I wanted no
secret
accounts.
accounts.
And you alone allowed this to happen.
You're late. You will be protected, I can assure you.
You're going to be the first to die.
Sure, he's sure going to be protected.
Adventures have you had on Scipio?
Have you met Rush Clovis?
I hope to right the wrongs that I have done.
Delay. We must not.
I love how he talks every time.
I do too, yes. That's correct.
But there is corruption in the banks. I only want the banking clan to be what it once was. A fair system of trade and commerce. I came here to root out the criminals and reveal the truth. These files show that huge funds have been diverted out of the banks and into what I believe are private accounts.
Senator Amidala, work closely with Rush Clovis and find and expose these secret accounts.
He's doing it all because he wants to get pissed. His eyes are so evil. It looks so tired.
Why didn't you just say no?
Say no.
Don't grab her like that.
Why, jealous.
Trust my judgment here.
Like the last time, When you almost ended up dead? As your husband, I demand that you tell the Chancellor you are stepping down.
Demand? We've been over this before.
Padme? Shall we begin?
Yes, of course.
Just look. He's gonna be like,
over here.
Tyrannus, it is time for you once again to recruit our friend Clovis. We're going to help him take over the banking clan.
Master Yoda feels that your judgments concerning Rush Clovis are clouded.
He almost got Senator Amidala killed, and I would have been responsible.
The Senator has risked her life many times. Anakin, I understand to a degree what is going on.
Senator Amidala and I are simply friends.
And friends you must remain.
I understand my responsibilities.
Then we should have no problems.
yeah, he's so smart.
Yes, that's for sure. My God.
He needs to have like therapy or something to be like, oh, Zen.
If you look here, the Separatists haven't been repaying any interest on their loans. Each of the files that you downloaded shows hundreds and hundreds of small withdrawals. But as a sum total,
they can't tell where it's going.
Whatever we find must
That's
remain
strange.
between only you and I.
Someone really good
This
at their
would be
job.
highly dangerous information should it get into the wrong hands.
This could go bad though when you start drinking.
Yeah.
We're not that old either.
You might be right. Perhaps we should eat something.
The Munes aren't bad people. It's just a dishonest few who are destroying everything for their own gain.
You know, you've never told me how you rose to such heights within the banking clan.
As I grew up, the head of the family took a personal interest in my education. I was the same age as his children, and so we all studied together. I was accepted as their child everywhere we went. I almost forgot where I was from until I looked in the mirror.
They sound like good people. I didn't appreciate how personal this was for you.
Now maybe you will trust me. It's that Jedi, isn't it?
General Skywalker? We're friends. Nothing more.
Nothing wrong with this.
Clovis.
Oh, see, I knew it. That's what I was waiting for.
Yes.
Great moment.
Wow, just in time for him to see that.
Oh, boy.
Oh, come on.
See, now you're proving that you love her.
Oh, come on.
He's taking it way too personal.
Oh,
Ooh, with his metal hand.
Oh, come on.
Listen to her,
jeez.
Annie.
Holy crap!
Oh, my God. Look
Okay,
at
you made your point.
Oh, jeez. Ooh. Oh, look at him. Anakin, come on.
Stop.
Ooh.
They escaped in a speeder over the balcony.
Is that what happened, sir? If that's what the man says.
If that's
Oh,
what
jeez. Come on.
Stay away from me.
Yeah.
It did look bad when he opened the door, but
He did. Perfect time. That's what I was
Yes,
waiting for
right?
the whole time. I'm like, okay, is it going to be now? Is it going to be now?
Whoa.
I'm so sorry, Padme. I don't know what
you
came
need to
over me.
apologize to him too.
I don't care for Clovis.
Don't you?
This marriage is not a marriage, Anakin. If there isn't any trust.
I know.
We said at the beginning that this could be a terrible mistake. Our relationship is built on lies and deception. No relationship can survive that.
I know I went too far. It's just...
I think it's best if we don't see each other anymore.
What?
At least not for a while.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Anakin.
Yeah, because how can you keep that secret? I mean, with all these emotions, too.
Oh, my God.
Someone wants to speak with you. I am a servant of Count Dooku.
Oh. Oh, boy.
Now, why would we support corruption?
You expect me to believe that Lessa and his associates have no ties with you?
Oh, he's so scared.
The banks need new management, and that it could be you. We need funds just as the Republic does to pay for this war. I can give you the location of the secret accounts you are searching for, so you can plead your case.
What do you get out of this?
Stability in unstable times. The location of the accounts are on this disc.
I have an idea.
Going.
The Separatist government has agreed to allow you to be the new head of the banks.
Still, can you imagine flying around there?
Oh, right.
Okay.
Once if he hands it over to Palpatine, to Padme.
That the heads of the banking clan have been stealing funds. I humbly ask you for your nomination in taking over the banks. What can you do? I will restore order. But you have colluded with the Separatists.
Sounds like
It
Yoda.
is the Separatist ties to Rush Clovis that has allowed them to accept this nomination.
The bank must be protected at all costs, and that a man who has no allegiance to either side is our best hope.
In support of the nomination.
It's quick too.
He's touching her hand.
I know he has to. He doesn't have the trust. He doesn't.
I've known you too long not to see something is troubling you.
Your Excellency, forgive me, but you have made a mistake by trusting Clovis.
We will watch him closely. I don't dispute your distrust of him. I think there is something we haven't unearthed yet. Shall we?
And you'll take care of it for me, won't you?
Yeah. Man. I really did enjoy this one, though. To see Anakin like that, to lose control that bad, to almost kill Clovis.
That's right, my
The
gosh,
jealousy is it's going to ruin the relationship. It's already breaking.
You guys might remember, but in the movies, when Anakin was fighting Dooku, Dooku ended up cutting off one of his hands, and he has a metal hand now. So that happened
prior to this.
Prior to this. So he has that metal hand, so they kept showing him using that hand to like hit him and stuff.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be man to man, not Jedi or
That's right.
anything else over the top of just, man to man.
But he just blindly lost control, and to see him kind of like be in shock afterwards and apologize, and he's like, I don't know what happened there, and for Padme to really stay strong and was really offended by that and was like, we really shouldn't see each other right now.
That's
we should
right.
have a break.
And I don't blame her.
Yeah, like that was
Definitely
huge. I mean,
not.
he
That's
almost
scary.
killed him
That's good.
out of jealousy. I mean, like what he saw was bad, but he has to be open-minded, but he is a Jedi. They have a secret marriage. Clovis doesn't know that they're together. He has suspicions of it, but he has no clue that they're married. Like, not even like, oh, they're crushing on each other. Like, they're freaking married. Against the rules, against the laws, I guess, the Jedi ways. So Clovis really is innocent of that, because even if there was an attraction there and they weren't married, he had a long-term relationship with her, and he still really cares for her. So he's trying to see if there's anything still there, because he wants to be with her. So he did push it, yes, like, oh, well, you won't mind if I do this then if there is nothing going on.
Right. They went to the opera together. They were dressed nice. Now they were sitting down and working. They had some wine. They were going to have some food. Of course,
and things can happen, because that was kind of, even, I mean, it wasn't bad at all. It really wasn't. But, I was waiting for Anakin to come in at some point, because that's just what happens. Yeah, I know, like, oh, hi, what are you doing? But when she first went up to him at the computer and she's leaning over, I thought she put her hand on his back, but maybe it was on his chair, and I was like, oh boy, he's going to see that. But no, it was more than that. So she understands like why he got so upset. She's like, no, I regret you seeing that, but it wasn't like that. I mean, yes, it was, but not her end. So for him to just blindly accuse and assume exactly what happened there, because he doesn't trust Padme.
Yeah, he's treating her like property.
Yeah.
And she's not property. And
he
there's
does
no
love
trust
her,
there.
but
he loves her, but it's going to...
You can't do that.
You're going to ruin the relationship without the trust.
Yeah, and the fact that he was making demands all the time and saying, like, he even said, I demand you to do it like this. I say no.
How dare he do that?
That's not going to fly.
Yeah, like he's changing a lot. He's getting too possessive.
Sure.
And he wants to protect her, but his control and paranoia and jealousy just really takes over. And it's not good. And we're hearing more of the Darth Vader theme, like the dark theme, in the like undertones of the main music. Sometimes we hear it flat out, but this time it was more subtle. But yeah, and he's conflicted too. He's like, wow, I didn't feel like myself, or however he said it there. Like he was
right. And he really needed, I feel he needed to apologize to Clovis too.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, come on.
Yeah, I agree, because again,
So
when we saw him early on in the series, and Anakin was just so mad, like, yes, he was part of the Separatists, right? But he helped Padme, and at the end, I mean, they already tried to kill Padme, and the fact that Anakin, like, right at the end, screwed him over and didn't let him board the ship, and he had to stay there. Like, I was like, wow, you just sentenced him to death because you're so jealous. Like, what? Like, no matter what, like, you just left him there because you're jealous. Like, that was the main reason why he did that. I mean, Separatists or no, like, they save a lot of people, and if they do help you out, like he helped Padme, you know, you think that, oh, okay, well, you know, come with us and we'll figure it out and put you in jail on our end or something, or punish you in some way, but not, like, leave you there to die, because I guess somehow
justice just take its course.
Yeah, that somehow he escaped there, or they just managed to work things out on that episode. But anyways, yeah, so he just left him there for dead. And then here he's like almost killing him. Padme had to step in.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I love Palpatine saying, oh, we're going to keep an eye on him now that he's going to be the head of the banking.
Yeah, right.
Then we're going to keep an eye on him. And if he comes out of line, we're going to have to do something about it. And of course, he's saying it to Anakin. Anakin's like,
oh, yeah,
yeah,
right there. Yes, right there. Right.
A couple things, too, is that I get a little confused with the timeline, because I'm like, okay, well, at this point, of course, Palpatine knows about Anakin and Padme's relationship. But I keep going back and forth. I'm like, does he know? And I'm like, I think he does. And we're so, like, past all that, where we're already in the mix of things. Like, the movie's already happened. At least the first two, I think. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure he knows, and he has this whole plan to get Anakin. And I also wanted to say, because you guys were also saying, when we were talking about Maul, and again with Palpatine saying, like, I already have, or I already replaced you, that was Dooku, which I think we said, but I don't remember.
Yes, we
but
did.
Then someone was like, oh, well, Maul was replaced by Dooku, who then is replaced by Anakin. So we do know that, but I don't remember what we said last time. So just to clarify, we do know that. So thank you guys for giving us your intel and all that. But
and
I
you
was
did a
like,
good job getting Clovis to do this job now. Take this position.
So I really thought, seeing this title, that he was actually in on it, and I'm like, ooh, that's not good. But he's not.
So
he's
not. No, he isn't. No.
I kind of figured that, like, you know, going through this episode, and with him talking to Dooku when he grabbed to get something to drink and his hand was shaking, that was an indicator that either he was really injured, because he was already, but I took it as nervousness. Like, why do we have to see him shake so much? So I really think he is true, and he is trying to do good things by the Republic. And what do you think is going to happen? Do you think he is going to help out Dooku?
I actually thought he was going to take that disc and give it right to Padme and say, here, this is where the funds are going. That's what I thought he was originally going to do when they were doing the, you know, the approval of his new position. I thought he was going to hand it to her, but he didn't. Whether he will in the future, I don't know, but it looks like it's not going to happen. But yeah, I think he's going to try to do good, even though he has where the placement went, where all these funds are. But I don't know, something's going to happen again where they're going to make him, you know, fail.
Oh, definitely.
They're setting him up to fail. And then they're going to have Anakin, you know, approach him again in some way. That's my feeling.
Yeah.
Anakin has so much hate for him already.
I think he'd probably go after a while on the side of Dooku. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think he'll work with Dooku and then try to sabotage something to warn the Republic later, just to get more intel about the funds and stuff. Because look how, like, involved they are, where it's like, oh, we can even make it look like we're paying interest and everything. Like, we can't really tell you why we're not paying interest right now. But they are so, like, they won this war a long time ago. Like, it's just crazy how it's so messed up, you know.
It's terrible, because it's like, why don't you just win right from the beginning? It's money to be made, profits to be made. I do have to add one thing. When that one Munz went into that room and talked to Palpatine, Palpatine gave him a job. Tell the others, you know, everyone can have a little bit of the money and put it in your own private accounts. They're going to be, you know, it's tucked away. No one's going to know. It's going to be secretive. So he's paying people off through one person. Like, he has these little minions all over the place, you know? So now it's finally being uprooted now that we're getting closer to the end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty crazy, huh? Stuff that you just take for granted, you don't even know. And thank God Clovis actually told Padme that, because she wasn't even aware of it. She was going to take money that same day.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
So it's insane to have it that clouded that you don't even know, like, what's really truth. Like, you just believe it. You just trust it for what it is.
That's right,
And so it's pretty bad. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. And we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Bye. Ring that bell.
Ring that bell.